Hey guys, before the video starts, I just want to let you know that all three of my books, Powerless Book 1 Potential, Powerless Book 2 Imagination, and Powerless Book 3 The Academy, are all on sale now at Amazon.com. If you want more, please message me on Instagram or Facebook, Powerlessbybr, and I can get a signed copy shipped out to you. Now, enjoy the video.
12.
Okay.
What kind of
Welcome back to another Powerless Discussion. Today we are discussing long distance relationships. We have
It's not worth it.
Jay, Jarrell, Maya, BB, and two newcomers, two of my best friends, Naomi and Russell the Great.
What up? What up? Lester in the house. What's
Howdy.
Aha! Also characters in my book, these people, Jarrell, and these two down here. Yeah.
You know, I want to talk about your book one of these days, but we'll hold it off for another conversation.
We're going to talk
We
about
will.
the book first episode.
We're going to do that one day. All right, so long distance relationships. First off, I'm going to change up the format a little bit of how we do things. I have some topics I'm going to bring up, and I'm going to go over and ask everybody their idea of the topic, their opinion. So starting with Jarrell. Distance. How far is too far?
This is the wrong question to ask me. How far is too far? Shit, because I don't remember my younger days. I don't talk to somebody all the way down New Zealand.
Is that the same person we talked to as well? Same person we talked to again?
No. This is a different person. Not E. Not E.
No, not E. N.
No, N is N in there?
Is in there? No, because we talk. We'll come back to that. We're not going to air our dirty laundry
but I don't
again.
No. But it's one person. Oh, you talking about M?
But we're not going to discuss that right now.
No.
Yeah,
but,
really? Because I need to get in on that one. I'm not.
You want to get in on everything?
I know.
No. But no. I believe if you have the income, the resources to make the long distance relationship work, you can make anything work. Like if you want to come over here, you want to move over there, or whatever, you have the income for it. That's my belief. If you don't have the resources and all you got is best wishes, shit ain't gonna work.
If she lived down the street, it's gonna last forever.
You talking about distance?
It won't, because the
if I could walk to you, it's gonna last forever.
No, let's stop that. But that's my answer. I ain't doing this with you.
You said
just
income?
Baby, what about you? How far is too far when getting into a long distance relationship?
I guess it depends. I kind of agree with Jarrell to a certain extent, but God damn, it just depends on how much I feel like having sex during that relationship. If I don't want to have a lot of sex during that relationship, then we can make it work. But if I'm always horny every other day, a long distance relationship ain't gonna work for me.
I feel that. King and queen in the middle. What about y'all?
Oh, we're in the middle? Oh.
I guess we're cool.
Yeah. Oh, well, what? Well, you're we're living proof, so it's like, yeah, like.
Well, tell us how far you guys were. How far apart you guys were.
14 hours. A 14-hour drive away.
But we never drove. That's the thing.
But I didn't drive.
Just tell them where you're from first.
Oh, I'm from Iowa.
And he's from Charleston. Not Charleston. South Carolina. Charlotte.
I was in Orangeburg when first started talking though, so
yeah,
that's slightly farther, but insignificantly farther.
To be honest, before we were even dating, I was against long distance relationships.
Wow. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
I want to know what changed their mind. We will come back to that one.
Oh, we will. That's actually a topic. Maya, How far is too far, baby girl? How far back you finna throw it?
I think more than 3 hour drive. Like, if I can't, like, I need to be able to at least drive there, like, you know, in a day and spend the day. Like,
Okay.
not like.
Can I chime back in though? Because I never really answered your question the first time.
Go ahead.
I think it depends on the will of both. It really does. Like, if you both have the will to do it, it doesn't matter how far or it's not even about the distance. It's about the will to do it and how you go about it.
Mm.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I've done some shit.
Yeah.
Jay?
Oh, I feel like if you're first starting a relationship off, it's probably the wrong way to go. Like, if you guys been with each other for a while, you've known each other for a minute, then yeah, y'all can do long distance relationships. If like something happens, your job quiets for it. But like, if y'all just meet and you're just getting to know each other, it's a waste of time.
I can agree with that.
Okay. Next up. All right, well, me, distance, I have dated farther with intent to go visit. The farthest I've dated was Puerto Rico.
Oh, my favorite story. Well,
Yeah.
my second favorite story. My first favorite one is the other
Well,
one.
by distance, that's technically not correct. But yeah, for the sake of being foreign, yes.
I'm gonna say, you know, my relationship's better than me. I don't. There was
What?
a lot of like. There was a lot of. Listen, that's exactly what I meant. Like, there's a lot I don't remember.
That's because your ass stays drunk.
That's a lie.
You can't even say that shit fully with a straight face. It's so much denial in your voice right there.
There was no, because it wasn't.
Come on, lie to me.
Shut up. Next topic. All right. Let's say you're in a committed long distance relationship. Haven't seen each other yet. Who sees who first? Who decides who sees who first? Man?
The man.
Oh, but what about this? What if the man lives in a city, or what about the city? Like, what if you're in a place where there's not much going on and you come to see him and there's just nothing to do, but there's more things where you are, or vice versa? That also plays a factor into it.
I mean, it doesn't, like, I would expect him to pay. But I would be willing to fly.
Okay.
I want to get flued out.
For an hour flight? For an hour flight?
Oh, it don't matter. If he paying, it don't matter how long it is.
So you go to New Zealand, a 24-hour flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually pretty good.
That's a 24-hour flight.
Nigga.
I mean,
oh yeah, man. Overseas flights are
take
long
that.
as fuck, dude.
I think everybody would take that.
I know the Germany was like fucking
I would just put my own hotel though.
14, 17 hours.
I think it's because the plane might take a stop, but he's right. New Zealand's 25 hours. You sure? Because from
24.
From Charleston to New Zealand,
from the East Coast to the West Coast, then yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because from where I'm at back to Japan is about 19.
Okay.
Damn.
I also want to ask this, especially to Russell and Naomi. What is it like seeing the person you're in a long distance relationship with for the first time in person? And anybody can answer. Like, if you've ever had a good long distance relationship, you may have ended, but what is it like seeing that person for the first time?
Man, it was so long ago.
It was exciting. It was like, because at first it just felt like almost a fantasy at first. Then when you finally see each other, it's like, wow. I didn't think that was going to happen. Like,
I remember being really nervous, but I'm just a nervous person, so.
I feel like that's something everybody gets. Like, even when Maya's meeting somebody 3 hours away, is the anticipation builds up. No shots, no shade, baby girl.
But I mean, I had a guy fly out. I was talking to a guy from New Orleans, and he flew out here to South Carolina to meet me. But once I met him, I didn't like him anymore.
Yeah,
That's the risk of long distance relationships.
And that's
That can
exactly
happen.
why I said
It's fair though.
doesn't usually
Yeah.
works on a jump.
It does
Well,
happen.
was it because he wasn't what he said he was?
It wasn't anything he did. It was his mannerisms. Like he couldn't dance. He was just. It was nothing like he didn't put on a front or anything. I just didn't, you know.
You shot him down because he couldn't two-step?
Yes.
She's 90 day fiance this nigga, yo.
She liked him at first.
You could have at least you could have put on Cha-Cha Slide and see how he do with that.
He had no
could dance.
rhythm.
Nah, I would say that's fair. Like,
You could have taught him.
all right, why I would say that's fair is I would compare that to, like, let's say a guy was talking to a girl and she was cute in the face, but then when he finally went out and met her, her body just looked like.
I don't think I've ever heard that sound
It's a
before.
similar
to describe a body.
What do you say?
I don't think I've ever heard that sound to describe a body type before.
But what he's talking about,
Well,
talking about is the common problem with not only long distance relationship, with online dating in general. Because you be
you're right.
You be online looking at these people with pictures that are like 10 years old. You beat these motherfuckers in person.
Or the news wave, the most killer wave, angles. Angles will mess your world up.
You damn right.
Hey, find that light. Find the light.
She has
angles and makeup.
Yes.
Angles and makeup.
Oh, lighting, like what Maya said.
Oh, I remember during the
works.
MySpace days, that
The
was
lighting
kind of
works.
common.
Yeah.
That lighting works, man. You be having them girls on the computer, they be looking good. She comes out in person with 6 extra chins. Nigga, run.
The thing is, I dated a girl that did that. I dated a
Google Duo, Skype or something. Like, I gotta see your face in action. Like,
I was in a long distance relationship with a girl that kind of did that. She would send pictures, but they would always be at angles. And like when it was time for me to go see her, she like had like a breakdown because she was like, "This, I don't really look like this," but she didn't even look bad or anything. It was just that she was so used to doing angle shots that
she
mentally
her
thought
insecurity the instant you saw her.
She didn't even look bad. Like
she showed up as
she was a big girl, but she wasn't. She was very well kept. I was attracted to her.
So basically she was acting so insecure it fucked her up.
Basically, yeah. Like
you could have reassured her, man.
No. But
no, it's not gonna work. No. If you're really insecure, no matter how much you reassess her, it's not gonna work. But she's doing it to herself before he's even doing anything to her.
I mean, I argue that, like, see, and that maybe that's just the patience in me. You have to remember that old saying I said a few shows back. Yeah, people are unaware of the demons they create. Those demons stick with those person, man. People, you can't really tell a person's past by just looking at them. Some people have shit they go through. I try to give everybody a legit chance. When you show me you're not actually trying to change or push past your problems, is when I get rid of you.
Right.
That's fair. Okay.
Like, because, and maybe that's just me. My wife always tells me I have the ability to see more in people than just what's on the surface. But maybe that's just me.
Okay. Now, another issue that comes up a lot with long distance relationships: catfishing.
I have never dealt with that, but
okay.
I've watched a lot of TV shows about it.
I gotta say, this is what I thought always about catfishing. Like, I just felt like with catfishing, those people just didn't really do their homework. Like, you really, like, common sense has been neglected. Every episode I watched, common sense somewhere along the line has been neglected.
Right.
Okay.
And that's how they get.
Like, how you know somebody for 34 years, but you never FaceTime them? I cannot.
All right.
What?
That show.
Stop.
That show. There's a lot of stupid things that happen in that show that I'm just like, really? You got 7 kids and talking to Bow Wow? Really? You think he's really like? You really think you're the one right now? Like,
one lady thought
I mean, she did get sent $2,000. She did get sent $10,000. I mean, that is
that nigga doing that nigga doing the Nigerian reverse, like the Nigerian Prince scheme in reverse, and the niggas.
But
like, send me $10,000.
And there was the one where the chick had her husband pretend to be a guy to get close to this girl, and it's I
Yeah, the
never
things people
understood the
do.
point of catfish. Yeah, because me and Jarrell have both been catfished. Like
For money, nigga.
I
It's
did send no money. I don't think
bro. Again,
Jarrell, I don't think you send money.
the demons of online dating.
Yeah.
I have trouble with my bills. Sound like you're still gonna have trouble with your bills. I don't know what to tell you.
No, listen.
I had somebody try to tell me Western Union.
We had
money. I was like, no.
what was it, Jarrell? Was that a blind date we went on? Our first double blind date when we got catfished?
Are you talking about the fat story?
No. Oh God. Wait. First of all, we don't say names. I'm gonna fix that in post. But we say F's. We'll say F. Fat F story. But
Oh, I didn't even know that was her real name. That's why I said it.
Oh, wow. Actually, I don't even know. But Jarrell,
Say the name again.
That double date.
I said
The double date we went on to go see Norbit. Those were blind dates, and we both got catfished technically because
What was it? Did we went to see Norbert when Norbert came
it
out?
was. I remember it very vividly that I was upset during that movie
Yeah, it was
because we
Norbert.
got catfished.
Wait,
I
what
remember
happened?
We was kids when Orbit came out. What you mean?
What happened?
We went out
Was
for
it?
a double date for Valentine's Day with two girls, and we had only been talking over the phone. And
Oh.
they
yeah,
had
2007.
they had very well described themselves to us,
Sounds.
but we were too stupid to actually like, hey, let's go see each other first before we go and do this whole double date, buy your stuff for Valentine's Day thing. And I remember just us not being very happy. Like, it just wasn't a good time.
We need more details than that. Like, that's not enough detail. I want to hear the
Right,
stuff
like I don't
I
say
don't
more.
remember too much about it. I just know that. I just remember.
Well,
Mind you,
Brandon remembers vividly, so I
Brandon's the one
mean,
with the
let
hook
Brandon
of
tell
girl.
it.
He told me, and I said, okay, we're going to double date. On a double date, man, I was sitting in the movie. The girl I had was petite and skinny. I saw the girl Brandon ended up with, and that girl leg swallowed his leg, and she was sitting on top of his leg in the movie theater. I said, boy, I know you.
Yo!
He was not enjoying this movie. I was looking at him.
You just brought up a repressed
Me and him
memory.
looked at each other.
I forgot all about that.
Her leg swallowed his leg.
Hey, no fat shaming.
It's not fat shaming, but
Not fat shaming. I just tell you what happened because I saw how uncomfortable he was. I me and him looking at each other.
I don't fat shame. I like what the fuck like me, but it was very uncomfortable.
I nodded at him. I said, like, you good? He said,
it wasn't by choice that we were watching Norbit. I'm gonna just say that.
It wasn't. It was a group decision. Okay.
It was very like I was watching it happen on the screen while it was happening to me, and there was just a lot of like uncomfortableness.
Did she say, I'm gonna show you how a bitch go down the slide?
Listen. I couldn't afford to breathe.
This day was so uncomfortable.
What
The girl I
missed?
had barely had any meat on her bones, so her bones was ground against the top of my damn leg.
Yo, so can I ask you guys a question? Just out of curiosity. And I know you two are really nice guys. You two are y'all sweet people. I'm not. At what point did you just not decide to get the fuck out the movie theater?
Oh, we finished the date. We're gentlemen. We're gentlemen. We finished the date. We finished the dates.
Nah, I would have been like, I would have
take you home.
Then again,
Make sure you get
it's
in the
not an L
house.
worth taking. Like,
Listen.
I mean, you already invested, right?
We paid money. I bought roses,
Nigga,
candy.
You
movie
took
ticket
that L.
is not that much.
Like-
I would have sent them a receipt. Here's a fucking invoice.
I'm a gentleman because the thing is, here's the thing about that, and I get it. I get it. When you see somebody for the first time after talking, the connection may be there over the phone, but in person it could be different. And that's what it was with me and Rel with these two young ladies. But we weren't gonna be like, oh, y'all ugly. No, they weren't ugly. They just mine wasn't my type. and
Right.
Jarrell's wasn't his type.
Well, no,
Right.
I get that.
So,
I'm not saying
I
they
wasn't
was,
the
I'm not
date. We
saying
had
they was
fun.
ugly.
We
Okay.
had fun,
There we go. You should say.
but it just we knew that after that was gonna be the last date.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why didn't y'all switch girls?
Hmm.
Well, that's a good question.
So I couldn't breathe? No.
Like,
Nah.
The
So
same
I-
thing.
is that
I
a
was
thing?
like,
Could that really happen on a double date? Like,
Jarrell, could we? I think we could. I think we're
I
close
could've.
enough to.
No.
I think we're close enough to be like, you know what?
No.
I like
we've
that one
done it.
better.
We've done it before subconsciously.
That brings
No.
up, that brings
I
up a
didn't
repressed
do
memory
nothing
that I don't want to talk
subconsciously. I
about.
gave girls up. They somehow went to you. I don't know what happened in the middle of that. Okay.
And vice
don't
versa.
think about
But-
this shit.
Y'all are dick brothers, so you might
are
as well
dick
just
brothers.
say
We are
y'all
dick
are dick
brothers.
brothers.
No.
We are dick
I'm
brothers.
sorry.
Like, but like, I mean, the thing about catfish, I think it's just stupid because you're eventually gonna see the person. Like
Yeah.
Well, according to Maya, you're not. Some motherfuckers get catfished for 36 years or some shit. How the
Okay.
fuck-
that, and bruh,
How the
That-
fuck do you get catfished for 36 years?
that blows me, bruh, because the internet ain't been around that long.
Friends
You've been,
Like-
they've been catfishing this
Huh?
niggas through letters, like just pen pals.
What'd you say, Naomi?
I said their friends will be telling them everything that they should know, and yeah, that they should know anyway. Like, dude, this guy is. they're not really.
I kind of
dating
agree with her.
you.
I kind of agree with her. You should know shit by 36 years. That you just willfully ignorant at that fucking point.
By then, you kind of
It's-
deserve to
yes.
be catfish.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Willfully
It's like
ignorant.
they want to feel love. These are people who just have such like scarcity mindsets the way they want to feel love so bad they will neglect common sense. I see it over and over again when I watch
sadly
it.
enough, I've seen people like that actually.
Yeah.
I have a friend like that. She was in an abusive relationship. Just got out of it though. Thank God. But it took a while.
I remember one of
took a while.
Jarrell's relationships. My sister got on the phone with the girl. It was like, how big is she supposed to be? Why is she breathing so hard? That doesn't not her body type. No.
Wow.
What if she
That was
like,
F. That was fat F. Like, cause it was
I don't know.
we were
So many jokes running through my head. Lord forgive me.
oh
You know,
listen. When we
They
found
posted
out
a Facebook post with said jokes. I know you're thinking of the same jokes he.
It's
posted
like
in that
6 of them. When he said this
Oh.
shit, when he said, "Why is she breathing so heavy?" It was like 6 of them.
Like, me and Jarrell never thought about
If
it.
you're thinking that Brandon wrote it on
Listen,
that post.
I was upset. I
Oh.
was distraught.
All I'm thinking is she looking nice on like MySpace, and then you're on the phone, you just.
But we didn't pick that up because our common sense was blinded by young teenage horniness. My sister, on the other hand, was not blinded by this thing. In the
Well.
first 5 seconds of conversation, why is she breathing so hard? Like, it was like, what? Is she a big girl? No, she's like 5'4", 100 pounds.
shit?
No, she's not.
She's not?
No. This.
So like,
And the minute we found out, my sister called me. I told y'all asses that bitch was fat. I told y'all. Like,
sisters know, man.
she laid into it, but
All the way. She laid all the way to die ass.
that was a fun thing. We're gonna talk about what happened to you that day, where my sister like put makeup all on Jarrell. There's a video
Oh yeah.
while he was
Oh
asleep.
yeah. Well.
Oh
we gonna get back
let's do
into it.
that.
Let's stay on topic though.
Let's definitely stay on topic. All right, so getting into the relationship, long distance, going back and forth to see each other, building this bond. Y'all ready to take it to the next level? Who moves to who?
Oh,
Because that's gonna eventually be an issue.
It depends.
Exactly. Like,
Depends
how do
on
you
your
decide?
What
Yeah.
city has more opportunity?
it's also like what Jarrell said. Who has the income?
Right.
Yeah,
Who's most stable?
that's definitely.
it does play its
Yeah.
role.
All right, but let me throw this out there, Naomi and Russ, as a as a couple. Let's say y'all were deciding where to move, and Naomi like businesswoman, had her own place, did this, did that, and you were just still getting your shit together, would it affect you to move to her? Would that be something that would worry you or bother you?
I would. It's just that me kind of like saying like I've been like researching female nature and stuff like that. I just think if I would have done that at first, it probably would have affected the relationship as it is now, because since she would have been pretty much the provider, like seeing that she made more theoretically, like not that she's taking care of me or nothing, or but the fact that she would have had all that, like, and me not being as stable as her, I think that would have made me less attractive, I would say.
Hmm. Even if like you had the drive, like you were like it just wasn't working out in the hometown where you were, but you found opportunity when you moved where she was and started
It
like
would be a
picking up
different
steam.
story.
Yeah, because I mean, it's gonna that's gonna be the case whether somebody's gonna have to move and relocate, and it's gonna take time for that person to get settled, get a job, or get the city wired or whatever. So you're gonna be taking care of somebody regardless.
Yeah, but I think it's just different when it comes, like it works differently from guy to girl to guy. I honestly feel that way. It's if like if she didn't have the resources and stuff and I did, it wouldn't it'd be all good, because it's like I'm a man. I'm gonna take care of my woman. But if it was the other way around, it's like she's the woman, like I shouldn't be taking care of my man, or I don't know. That's just the way I envision how it goes most of the time,
No, it's funny that it
subconsciously.
works like that. It's funny that it works
I
like that.
feel you. I feel you on that, Russell. 100%. I'm going to agree with you 100% based upon certain personalities and who the type of person you attract. For
Yeah.
example, if you're a rescue puppy person, then as a female, then you automatically going to attract a male who feel like, well, you should come take care of me. I don't mind moving closer to you because you're more stable. But that's really because as a man, it, especially as in a black man, it's in their DNA to want to be protect, to want to protect the woman, to want to take care of the woman, especially since we're the ones that carry the baby. Just in our DNA, period. But if you got a lazy motherfucker who don't do shit, who don't want to do shit, who don't want to be shit, it's not going to take much for them to just kind of stop what they're doing and move closer to their woman who's more stable because they don't have shit going on anyway.
Yeah.
So can I put my 2 cents on this real quick? Because
Sure.
I
I
get
was
what you guys,
waiting on that.
Go ahead, Jay. We
because I
waiting on
was
it.
I was getting what you guys were getting at, but I'm just gonna say this, and this is speaking from personal experience. It is
Mhm.
exhausting always having to be the strong person, and
There you go.
sometimes it just really does help when you have somebody in your corner to just at least carry the weight sometimes. And I get that. Like, BB, I feel you. Maya, I feel you. I feel any sister when you want a man to be a man, but like, yeah, a lot of people don't think. A lot of Chris Rock said it best. Uh, we are the only ones held to the condition that we have to provide something to be loved. And
Yeah.
after a while, when you are carrying constant weights on your shoulder through your life all the time, that shit just beats you down. And I'm saying this as a person who's been diagnosed with manic depression, and that shit comes and goes. The thing about it though is I'm really grateful to my wife because she understands that. And when I have like one of them days, I just need to be alone. She understands. She gives me that space. But we talked about this one time. This is stuff that goes into toxic masculinity. Not saying a man shouldn't be a man, but if you put on a pressure that he has to go to these outstanding motives and feats that go against his reality, not against his personality, his reality. If he realistically cannot do it, he's going to hurt himself to live up to a standard that has been set by society that is not
Facts.
realistic. Because he doesn't want to be seen as less as a man. Because the way black men are raised, anything seen as less of a man is just toxic as fuck. There is no room for us to break down. There is no room for us to have a time of moment to breathe. There is no room for us to just relax and be like, fuck, man, I just need some time. And because of that, this creates two men that I've seen, no matter how they classify, I always classify between two black men in society. The ones BB's talking about, the weak motherfuckers, because they just break down and they never recover to the point where they just become lazy, they lose ambition, they don't know what they're going to do with their lives. They just feel like the world has bullied them and they go into a complete woe is me moment. And then you get the second variant, the variants that most women end up loving, but they never realize that they have to work to mold, because when you get this variant, this is a nigga who's been through a lot. He doesn't care no more. Usually the stronger the black man is, the colder his heart.
A Lowland Farms.
You have to actually chip that away, because he's just tired. And when a black man is stronger, 9 out of 10, he's already made up his mind that he's just decided to be on his own. So when the person does come into his life, it's not coming. You want his strength, but you have to realize you have to prove to him now that you can be with him. You can handle that, and that comes with everything that goes with it.
Good.
His anger, his attitude, his sadness. He needs someone who can trust. He's a lion who needs a lioness, not a kid. So, like, I get where everyone is coming from, but there's a societal standard that just, we defy reality, and I can tell you from a fact that that's always a bad idea. The goals you set may exceed reality, and failure is always a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to like misunderstand where I was coming from.
Oh, I know exactly where you was coming from. You're talking about something else, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
No. Can I just say, we all understand where BB was coming from.
No. Okay, so like this is what I was saying, because I agree with you 100%. And in all honesty, I'm talking like if you're just beginning in your relationship and now you want to take it to the next level. Now, throughout the relationship, you should be able to rely on each other. How else will your bond become strong and unbreakable? There are going to be times where the male is weak, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, whatever. And that's when he going to need the woman, his woman, to make sure that he can still keep going, to make sure that he doesn't become depressed or doesn't feel like he's worthless or he just can't do, to help him to get back in his perfect state of mind where he feels strong and confident again. And the same thing goes for when the female gets in her state of mind. It's never always going to be 50-50. It's not even always going to be 60-40. There might be times where it might be 20-80, because somebody might be, because we go through changes in our life. But if we're talking about initially, and I'm just speaking from my experience, because I'm initially always the person, I think it's kind of my personality too. I'm initially always the person that has to prove first, don't be laughing, that has to prove first that, hey, I got your back, I'm here for you. And it might be the type of guys I've been picking lately, it could possibly be. But at the same time, I just have a very protective spirit and a very protective soul. So I don't want anybody being done wrong, especially if I fuck with you, and especially if I'm fucking you. So it just, I don't know. I might be ranting. I might be doing the
BB, you strike me as a person who just walks up to a dude and be like, "You're my boyfriend now." Just
no, I would never do that. I got more swag than that.
You don't need swag with aggressive your ass. BB just be snatching niggas. You just be walking.
No, I am a predator a little bit when it comes to that.
See?
But
See?
but I say I adapt to the situation. Like I'm not always listening. Who'll be like, damn, can I get your number? I'm not always that person. Sometimes, because you got to know who you approaching. You got to pay attention. You got to know people. If I see a guy and he's looking at me, I'll beat a little damsel in distress for a little bit. But when we get in that bedroom, if we ever make it to that bedroom,
rawr.
Okay.
See, that is, first of all, what she said was leading up to something scary. What you just did was horrific. So